The movie begins with two police officers escorting a criminal named Krug in their car. Krug keeps glancing back as if he's expecting someone. They reach a railway crossing and stop the car to wait for a passing train. Suddenly, a car crashes into the police vehicle, slamming it hard, skidding it away, leaving the officers severely injured. Two people step out of the second car, a boy and a girl. They are Krug's accomplices. The boy is Krug's brother, and the girl is his girlfriend. The three of them brutally beat the officers and then shoot them in the head. Then, the scene shifts to a 17-year-old girl named Mary. Mary is an excellent swimmer, very skilled in the water. Her parents, both deeply involved in their careers, struggle to find time for her. Her dad is a doctor, and her mom is equally busy, leaving Mary to navigate much of her life on her own. To spend some quality time together, Mary's parents plan a trip to their lake house. When they arrive, photos around the house reveal that Mary once had a brother. Feeling bored, Mary asked her parents for permission to visit her friend. Her mom, concerned for her safety, fell silent and forbade her from going. But her dad agrees, handing Mary the car keys and some money, although Mary's mom is unhappy with his decision. Mary visits a city store to see her friend, a cashier. While chatting, they notice a boy scrutinizing them while making his purchases. He asks Mary's friend for a cigarette, but she initially refuses due to his age. He then offers to throw a party in exchange for the cigarette, convincing her to agree. When the boy pays, a blood-stained bill briefly appears, but neither Mary nor her friend notices. They all then head to the boy's house. However, Mary chooses to stay in the car while her friend and the boy go inside, leaving her waiting alone. After waiting for a long time with no sign of her friend returning, Mary becomes increasingly worried. She decides to enter the house to check on them. Inside, she finds her friend and the boy sitting together, smoking cigarettes and drinking alcohol. Mary reminds her friend that it's getting late and suggests they leave. As her friend insisted, Mary reluctantly joins them and begins to enjoy smoking cigarettes and drinking alcohol. This leads to a bonding moment, and they become closer friends. Suddenly, Mary's mother calls her, asking where she is and expressing concern. Mary explains that she's with her friend and asks if she can stay over for the night. Before her mother can respond, the call drops due to a signal interruption. After their enjoyable time together, the boy's family arrives, revealing themselves to be Krug, his brother, and their friend, the ones who earlier killed the officers. It becomes known that Krug is actually the father of the boy. He confronts his son, reminding him of the police pursuit and criticizing his carefree attitude while enjoying with the girls. Krug instructs his brother and their friend to capture the two girls and hold them captive. As they approach, Mary pleads with them to let them go, promising not to reveal anything about them. Despite her pleas, Krug ignores her and his brother intimidates them with a knife. Krug's son intervenes but gets beaten up. Mary's friend attempts to escape and hide in a toilet to call the police. However, Krug's brother breaks in, captures her, smashes her phone, and violently beats her. Along with this, they destroy Mary's phone to prevent her from making any more calls. They kidnap both girls and begin to leave. During the journey, Mary notices they are heading toward her lake house. Realizing this, she devises a plan. Mary pulls out the cigarette lighter and attacks the bad girl, then she quickly opens the door and tries to escape, causing the car to lose balance and crash into a tree. The accident severely damages the car, and in the chaos, Mary's friend manages to run away. Krug's brother and his girlfriend chase after her. She reaches a factory and shouts for help, but they catch up to her, capture her, and bring her back. They tie both girls up and lay them on the ground. Krug tells his son to mistreat the girls since they are his friends, but his son refuses. This enrages Mary's friend, who shouts insults at them. Angered, Krug slashes her stomach deeply with a knife, leaving her to suffer. He then turns his attention to Mary, beating and committing horrific acts against her with his friend's assistance. During a brief moment of opportunity, Mary grabs a stone and strikes Krug on the head. She seizes the chance to run away and makes it to the shore. Krug and his companion quickly follow her, and Krug starts shooting at her, missing every shot. But before she can reach the shore, one of his bullets hits her. Though she doesn't die, she is severely injured and faints in the water. Thinking Mary is dead, Krug and his companions leave and head to a nearby house to seek help for the injured Krug's brother and son. Unbeknownst to them, they arrive at Mary's parents' lake house. They ask for assistance, and Mary's parents, unaware of who they are, agree to help. Mary's father, being a doctor, starts treating their wounds. Mary's mother, considering them guests, offers them a stay in the guest house for the night due to the heavy rain and their lack of transportation. Mary's mother makes coffee for everyone. When Krug's son goes to the kitchen to put away his cup, he sees Mary's picture on the fridge and realizes that these are her parents. He keeps this discovery to himself, fearing that Krug might kill them too. Overcome with guilt, he sits and cries, ashamed that his actions led to the suffering of Mary and her friend. He leaves Mary's locket on the kitchen counter and returns to the group. Eventually, all four go to sleep. When Mary's mom and dad started heading to their room, they heard a strange noise from outside the house. Curious and concerned, they went out to check and were shocked to find Mary lying there, severely injured. Terrified and frantic, they rushed and quickly brought her inside to tend to her wounds. Realizing she had been shot in the back, Mary's mom went to the kitchen to gather supplies and noticed Mary's locket lying there. She picked it up and showed it to her husband, explaining that Mary had been wearing it when she went outside. Realizing that Krug's son must have left it there, they deduced that the people they had just helped were responsible for their daughter's condition. Overwhelmed with emotion, both parents began to cry. As Mary's father started treating her injuries, his anger grew, recognizing the extent of the harm done to Mary. Determined to seek revenge, he made up his mind to confront them. But he must first get Mary out of there to save her life. So he prepares the boat. Meanwhile, everyone in the guest house is asleep except Krug's son, who quietly takes the gun from his father. In the kitchen, as Mary's mom takes a knife to kill the intruders, Krug's brother enters, unaware of their plans and oblivious to Mary's picture on the fridge. To keep him from noticing, she engages him in conversation and offers to make him some juice, ensuring he stays away from the fridge. While drinking juice, Krug's brother steps out and discovers Mary lying on the table. Before he can alert Krug, Mary's mom ambushes him from behind. He frees himself and grabs a knife, attempting to attack her. Just then, Mary's dad arrives, grabs him by the hair, and pulls him away. He inflicts severe injuries on Krug's brother's hands and immerses them in hot water, causing intense pain. Seeing this, Mary's dad picks up a hammer and strikes him in the head. Next, Mary's parents headed to the guest house. Inside, Krug and his girlfriend were asleep, while Krug's son sat with a gun beside them. Initially aiming the gun at them, he ultimately hands it to Mary's dad. The sound of the gun wakes Krug's girlfriend, and as she rises, Mary's dad shoots her. The bullet grazes her neck, causing significant bleeding as she rushes to hide in the bathroom. Mary's dad and mom follow her inside, where they first severely beat Krug's friend and then fatally shoot her in the neck. In the chaos, Krug wakes up and Mary's dad shoots at him, prompting Krug to jump out of the window and flee. He rushes back to Mary's house, where he discovers his brother's lifeless body in a table stained with blood and torn clothes. Confused and angry, Krug wonders why these people killed his brother and why they now want to kill him. From a window, he sees Mary and her mom in a boat, preparing to leave. Realizing that Mary is their daughter and that they are seeking revenge against him and his companions, Krug comprehends the situation. Meanwhile, Mary's dad follows Krug inside their house and searches for him, but Krug spots him. A fierce and intense fight ensues between them. They brawl vigorously, using their fists and anything they can find as weapons. After a while, Krug gains the upper hand. As Mary's dad lay wounded on the ground, Krug taunts him, telling him what they did to his daughter and her friend. Enraged, Mary's dad gathers his strength and rises to fight Krug again. However, Krug wields an iron stick and intensifies his attack, intent on killing him. In a critical moment, Krug's own son arrives with a gun and points it at his father, Krug. But Krug wrests the gun from his son and stabs him, and about to kill him, Mary's mother intervenes, assaulting Krug and forcing him to release his son. Mary's dad joins in, and together they mercilessly beat Krug, inflicting severe injuries that render him unconscious and helpless on the ground. Afterward, they escape with their daughter Mary and Krug's son, using their boat to leave the scene behind. Mary's dad was not at peace because he left his daughter's assailant alive, so he go back. And with a sharp blade, he cuts Krug's body and paralyzes him when he is unconscious. When Krug came to his senses, he started asking Mary's dad, what have he done to him? Then Mary's dad replies that he has had surgery on him, which was a hell of fun. After which pulls Krug's head inside the oven, turns on the oven, and leaves from there. Then Krug's head bursts into pieces, and there the movie ends. Please like and subscribe for more. Thank you.